G'day everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this episode of Investment Lookback, we are taking a look at the Sydney Opera House. Let's talk about it. Okie dokes, this is the set we're going to be looking at today. The Sydney Opera House, set number 10234, has 2,989 pieces. In Australia it retailed for 400, the US was 320, and in the UK it was £250. Now before we get into the current value of this set, I did buy 6 of these just before, about 6 months before it did retire. I got them for 20% off, so I ended up paying $320. I bought them just as the end of financial year sales were on, so I got a decent price for the big set. But I just want to take a look at the shelf life before we jump into how much I sold mine for and how much they're currently selling for, and where I think you should sell yours if you do have it. So over here to Brickset, we can see that the set over here did release in September of 2013, and it did retire at the end of 2016, which means it was out just for a little bit more than 3 years, which is okay. It obviously didn't have the shortest of shelf life, but it didn't have the longest of shelf life, like the stuff like the Death Star and stuff like that. So it was okay. But we're just going to jump over to Bricklink, because there is actually a bit of a discrepancy between Bricklink prices and eBay prices at the moment, which I found quite interesting. So on Bricklink, the average 6-month sales were $550, and there's only been 12 sold in the last 6 months, so not many on Bricklink at all. You got one that sold for $507, $520, $650, $548, $568, $609, and the rest of them here, which did come to an average of that $550. And after the eBay fees and the PayPal fees, you're going to be looking at probably pocketing about $520 or around that mark. So compared to that $400 retail price, isn't the best ROI. But if we actually jump over to eBay, I've done this to Australia only and condition new because that's where I'm based. So we can see that one sold for $780, for $850, $450, $500, $850, $650, $610, $950, $610, $800, $850, and $700. So they're a bit all over the shop, but you can see that majority of them kind of sell for the average of around that $800 mark, which after the eBay fees is going to drop down to roughly about $680 after you do pay those fees. So obviously comparing $680 to $520 is a big difference. So if you do have this set, I would be selling it on eBay, because you're going to be getting a lot more. Yeah, you're paying those more fees, but overall you're going to be getting more money anyway. So I'd be selling these. I didn't sell mine on eBay. I wish I did at the time, but I didn't. I sold on mine on Facebook Marketplace, and I think I got around $630 at the time. And this was probably about 4 or 5 months ago now. I did sell all mine. But the good thing about this set is if you are trying to sell it, I had an easy time. I sold it so easy like that. But obviously I am based in Australia, and the Sydney Opera House here is in Australia, so that's probably why I had a bit of an easier time selling it. But it was very, very easy for me to sell. It was one of the first sets I ran out of. Between this and the modulars were the easiest sets to sell, so that it did have that going for it as well. But if you were to chuck these numbers into the return on investment calculator, so I've done it here for mine. I bought them kind of around July of 2016, the year they did retire, and I sold it around March of... I just chucked in March 15th, I forget when, but kind of around that date. So I paid $320, and I sold them for $630, as I said. Which, if we calculate that, we can see that I had an investment gain of $310 for an ROI just short of 100%. So I pretty much just nearly doubled my money, which averaged out to an annual return on investment of 12% per year over the last 5.7 years. When I did sell the set, so definitely not the greatest at all. But if you did sell this on eBay and you got that kind of that $680, as I said, if I had of, my investment would have been $360, my investment gain and my return on investment would have hit over that 100% mark. But the fact that I would have held on to it for about 5.7 years and just cracked that 100% return on investment, that's not what we like to aim for. We like to aim for about holding onto a set for anywhere between 12 and 18 months after retirement, and hopefully get that 80 to 100% return on investment after that time. Bigger sets then tend to usually take a lot longer to grow in value than smaller sets. Not all the time, majority of the time, but this one did grow a lot slower than especially the likes of the modulars and stuff like that. But anyway, if you were to have paid retail, so $400, and you would have gotten just say the Bricklink price, which was about $520, you can see that your investment gain would have been $120 with an ROI of 30%. So there is a big difference between paying retail and getting the Bricklink price than getting it at a discount and obviously selling it at the eBay. If you did sell it at eBay prices and you did pay retail, the difference between Bricklink's 30% ROI and eBay's is 70%, so more than double. So sell it on eBay if you do have it. How much should you be selling it at for? Well, I had a quick look before. I'm just going to untick sold. Australia, condition, and as I said, the average sold was kind of around the 800 mark, but if you actually have a look at what is currently listed, you can see we've got, this one is for bid, so we're not going to touch on that one. We've got 950, 850, 900, 950, good luck mate, 850, 850, 850, 950, 11, 950, 925, 12, 12,000, good luck, 900. So here in Australia, none are cheaper than 850. So you're probably going to be getting at least 850 if you list it on eBay. Probably go about 840 to undercut, and you're going to be getting more than that 680. So you probably pick it up about 700. So sell it on eBay, list it for around the 850 at probably the least, because that's obviously the cheapest on eBay that you're going to be getting at the moment. So eBay's the way to go for this set. But anyway, if you did enjoy the video, please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Let me know, did you buy this set? Did you invest in it? Did you miss out? How much did you sell yours for? What was your return on investment? Let me know down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.